It began with a joke people thought would never survive. They laughed at him in school, they laughed at him in college, and they laughed at him again when he told everyone he wanted to build an app that would connect people from the Philippines and Japan in a way no one had tried before. They said the idea was too simple, too weird, too useless. But they did not know that this young Filipino-Japanese student was quietly building something that would one day conquer the world. At first, it started with a feeling of being stuck between two cultures. He grew up in Manila with a Filipino mother who loved karaoke and kindness, and a Japanese father who believed in discipline and perfection. He spoke two languages but felt like he belonged to neither. When he went online, he noticed something strange. So many people around the world wanted to learn languages, but most apps were boring, robotic, and stressful. And he thought, what if learning a language could feel like playing a game? What if people could learn from real voices instead of stiff phrases? What if he could create an app that felt friendly like Filipinos, precise like Japanese people, and universal like music? When he told his classmates the idea, they laughed. Someone said, "Bruh, nobody needs another language app." Another joked, "Just focus on studying, you'll never beat the big companies." But the laughter didn't stop him. Every night while others slept, he stared at his old laptop and wrote code until sunrise. He used free tools, borrowed textbooks, and recycled devices. And the craziest part, the first version of the app looked terrible. It crashed every few minutes. The audio sounded like it was recorded inside a bathroom. The design looked like it came from 2005. And yes, more people laughed. But one thing was different. People kept using it, not because it was beautiful, but because it felt like a friend. The app used short conversations inspired by real Filipinos and Japanese speakers. Warm, polite, encouraging. Instead of robotic voices, it used real recordings of real people. Instead of long lessons, it used playful challenges. Instead of making learners feel stupid, it made them feel proud. And slowly, something began to happen. A student from Brazil downloaded it and left a message. "This is the first app that makes me smile when I make mistakes." A mother from France wrote, "My children love learning Japanese now." How did you do this? A YouTuber reviewed it and called it the happiest language app on earth. The young creator could not believe it. Then something huge happened. A group of teachers from Indonesia emailed him saying they wanted to use the app for their entire school. A Korean pop group mentioned it on a live. Suddenly, thousands of new users were joining every hour. His old laptop overheated. His server crashed so many times he lost count. But excitement kept him going. Fast forward 8 months, and investors from Singapore, Tokyo, and Silicon Valley all wanted to meet him. They asked how he built it, who helped him, who funded him. And he smiled because the answer was simple. No one helped. Nobody funded him. And the only support he had was the laughter he turned into motivation. The investors didn't laugh. They were shocked. They realized this was not just a language. Appit was a global bridge, a technology born from the warmth of Filipino culture, mixed with the precision of Japanese design. They offered him deals, partnerships, and opportunities, but he turned many of them down. He didn't want to lose the soul of the app. He didn't want a big company to transform his friendly idea into a cold machine. Instead, he gathered a small team of Filipinos and Japanese creatives, designers from Cebu, voice actors from Osaka, programmers from Davao and Kyoto. Together they turned his messy prototype into a polished, world-class masterpiece. And then came the moment no one expected. A famous Hollywood actor tweeted about how the app helped him practice Tagalog for a movie. A K-drama star posted a screenshot of her lesson in Japanese. A huge TikTok trend began where people showed off their progress using his app. Overnight, the app became #1 in education in more than 40 countries. Schools across Asia began using it. Universities in Europe adopted it. Celebrities mentioned it. News channels interviewed him. And the same people who once laughed at him suddenly said, "We always knew you'd make it." But he never forgot the years of doubt. He never forgot eating instant noodles to save money. He never forgot the nights he coded until his eyes burned. And he never forgot the feeling of standing between two cultures, unsure where he belonged. Ironically, the exact feeling that helped him create an app that now belonged everywhere. His success changed more than just his life. It inspired young Filipino and Japanese students to dream bigger. It taught creators around the world that you don't need perfect tools, rich investors, or fancy offices. You need heart. You need courage. You need the kind of stubborn belief that doesn't disappear when people laugh at you. Today, the app has millions of users, hundreds of lessons, real native voices, and a global community that grows every hour. And when people ask him how he built something so big, he always gives the same answer. I made the app I needed when I felt alone. The world may see it now as a technology success story, but to him it was something different. It was proof that the things people laugh at today might be the things they celebrate tomorrow. Proof that ideas born in small rooms can connect millions. Proof that a Filipino-Japanese kid with no resources could still build something unstoppable. And proof that sometimes the world doesn't need another big company idea. Sometimes it just needs someone brave enough to build the thing everyone else said would never work. That is how the boy they laughed at became the man whose app conquered the world, one hopeful learner at a time.